It is time for some football. Welcome into Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a pair of NFC West rivals set to do battle. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Please welcome your 2026 Seattle Seahawks.
And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away. And away we go on Sunday Night Primetime. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. 1st and 10, Darnold. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Darnold. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. So it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This one from 47 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'll call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season you won't. In that case, it went right through.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the 3rd time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
Play action now for Stafford. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. The ball's out, he lost it. But a Ram found his way to the football first, and they avoid the turnover. Whew. Waiting their turn on that sideline. You'd have thought they'd be focused in and ready for this, Brock, but instead, their very first snap nearly ends with them giving it away.
Well, thankfully, somebody was focused and quick thinking to get back on that ball. Now you got to settle down. You got to get back to that script and flush that negative play away.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, Rams.
So first down from the 41. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
On first down, here's Stafford. That one complete to Higbee. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Second down now, they need 7. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Another Rams first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Stafford now on first down. He's got a man left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Pass it down close. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams finish off their opening drive. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So Seattle retakes the field for their second series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Throw left side. Caught by Smith and Jigba. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. From the gun, Darnold. Now here he goes. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Rams add a man to the secondary. 3rd down. Walker trying to run for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's across midfield into Rams territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Rams' 47-yard line.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-3 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Staying with Walker. Free in the center of the field. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Down with a quick pass out line. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Walker on 2nd. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Darnold. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Finds his fullback. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
An 8-yard gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Myers' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Whittington now on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Rolling from the pistol, Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First and 10. Here's Stafford. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Stafford throwing again. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Darnold to throw. It is caught left side. And this is only going to be a small gain to the 42. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now an inside give to Walker. They're working a couple yards past the line. Jared Verse on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Darnold. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. Only 1 minute and 57 seconds left between us and halftime at this point. More from Sunday night primetime on the other side. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And this one does not go far. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Rams are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
At the 39-yard line.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go win him, go win him.
Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
He's going deep this time. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. He may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. And again, it's Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push the lead to 2 scores now.
16, Rams 7.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Blake Corum now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. they bring in the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. This is a nice gain. Nearly moves those chains. He's got it up to the 36.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Trying to sneak with Stafford, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
Motioning left is their running back. 1st down throw here for Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Connects with Adams again. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Stafford now on 1st down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. To get it inside the 45-yard line before the return goes out.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
First down from the 42. Now Darnold off the play action. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate's got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. Stopped after a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Omar Spates on the stop. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
That's good.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Walker on 1st down. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Running with Walker again. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A loss of 10 yards.
Oh, that's a bummer right there, Kate. Nothing early open on that down. And I'd much rather see him try to go forward, keep 4th down and play. Taking that big a loss really rules out that kind of decision.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that burns their lead to 12.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm bringing up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Low left side, taken in by Adams. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And they just get the play off. Catch me on the right side by Nakua. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. We've reached the end of the 3rd on Sunday Night Primetime. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. That one complete to Higbee. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's Stafford once more. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Gain of 4 yards.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Down by Ernest Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Stafford. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Seahawks opting for a 5th DB nickel set for this 3rd down play. Stafford from the gun. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
This one's caught. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Drawing up the design keeper. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. We can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. Matthew Stafford the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sidelines, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Nevis with a point after. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5.
19. Rams 14.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Young on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
From the gun, Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Get some space around midfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from 37. Now motion him out of the backfield. And again, it's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They go with Walker here. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks push the lead up to 12.
Seahawks 26, Rams 14.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Rams need to score quickly. Stafford. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 yards. And the Rams 1st down.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Stafford throwing again. Smith snags it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now Stafford again. Completed to his running back. And they make the stop, we're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Throwing now, Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now they have 3rd and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He finds Adams, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners, as we say so long from Seattle.